So now, because I'm a Christian, I come here. I don't know. Maybe you didn't see me. Like maybe half an hour.
We met a week or two ago.
Yeah. First time last week. Yeah. What I'm saying is, two scripture. One, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 4. First Corinthians
chapter 15, 4.
Verse 4, please read.
Yeah.
And also Matthew 20, the last chapter, 28, verse 18. But first, chapter 15.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just read it. 15, 4.
Yeah.
All right. Referring to Jesus now, that he was buried, that he was raised on the third day in accordance with the scriptures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Matthew chapter 28, verse 18.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. It'll be a bit muddy, I suppose. Well. Right. Matthew 28, verse 15, 18. All right. And in heaven and on earth. And Jesus came and said to them, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me.
That's a bit extreme, isn't it?
Yeah. Would you do me a gentlemanly favour and stand there, because the camera is, and I want to catch your delightful countenance.
Please, 18, 19 and 20, the last verses,
All right.
Save yourself time now.
Okay, the last verses, okay. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptize...
Let me read.
Oh, go on then.
Chapter 28, verse 18, I'm reading. And Jesus came and said to them, all authorities in heaven and on earth has been given to me.
Yeah.
Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age. So my question is, don't you think as a Christian we're supposed to do this one?
Well, I absolutely do.
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you do that?
Well, we have baptism as one of our sacraments. It's a sacrament of initiation. It's where commonly the baby is baptized by the priest in church, but it doesn't have to be in church. And in fact, in emergencies, it doesn't have to even be a priest.
Emergency? What's an emergency? They're dying.
That could be. I mean, you could have a baby who's actually dying. It's quite common. No, but he wouldn't be alive. Unless there's a suspicion he might be alive, you could. So the baptism takes place most commonly in the church, but it could be in other circumstances, and it doesn't have to be by the priest in the emergency we talked about. So baptism is extremely important, because without baptism, original sin remains as a stain on the soul, separating the person from God.
The church has never said
Does
the soul is.
That's the Bible. As far as I know, the Bible, the good news.
Yes.
Good news.
Those silly little
Good news
green
what?
balls that you buy now. You throw it in the washing machine.
The
My
good
washing
news
machine is
of Jesus Christ, who brings us into right relationship with God and allows us the possibility of going to heaven to be with Him, the Father and the Spirit.
Like you're born again.
How they become? How do people? How do people have a relationship with God?
All right. First is to remove that breach between us and the Holy Trinity, which occurred when Adam sinned, and we remove that by baptism, which has power through the sacrifice of Christ on the cross. So baptism is the first thing. Then there's the reception of the Holy Spirit through the sacrament of confirmation, which is what Jesus promises.
Does the Catholic Church still practice black magic? You know it does.
The good news,
the Holy Ghost go bump in the night.
The Bible, the good news is that
The good news is no one reads it anymore.
we are sinners by nature, all right? So Jesus Christ, God became human to represent us, to take our place.
Yes.
He died.
Yes.
And he rose.
No, that's not true. He didn't rise from the dead.
By believing what Jesus did on the cross,
Listen, if Christianity was true and he was crucified on a Friday, 3 days is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Why don't they go to church in every Christian country on a Monday?
By embracing, then people could have relationship with God.
Okay.
What I'm saying, you preach Catholic, you don't preach Jesus.
That's true. You're
You don't
right. You're
preach
right.
All this Mary.
Now,
Yeah.
if
I like the Beatles.
We're founded on Jesus.
Liverpool.
Mary, quite contrary. How does he guard us?
He does smile.
With-
He is
Silver
happy.
bells in
Although he's a
Cobblestone.
sinner.
and pretty maids all in a row.
Row.
not
And
Catholic,
pretty girls.
no Orthodox, no. This is man-made.
Alright, stick
Yeah.
with my
So,
friend
yeah,
here.
what
I
I'm
don't want to
saying-
take over.
No.
He's my Catholic brother.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is,
Yes, that we don't preach
we've been
Jesus.
called to preach Jesus,
Yeah.
not religion.
Okay. No, that's not true because St. James says what true religion is. St. James tells us what true religion is. So we are to preach religion. Yes, we are religious. We have to have a religion. That religion is called Catholicism. That is the only true religion.
Show me the Bible then. I haven't-
So many religious people
By the
don't
way,
like the word
you
religion.
guys, yeah?
I know.
I
Born again
baptized
Christians
my
tend to.
children.
Become a dirty word.
They don't pay attention to what St. James says.
When I was ignorant.
Remember, Luther wanted to remove that from the Bible. Now, so there's nothing wrong with the word religion. The point is the content of that religion. That's what matters. So let's not get hung up on a word. When you said we don't preach Jesus, how can this be so? When without us, you wouldn't even have a New Testament. For it was our fathers in the late 4th century in Rome, under Pope St. Damasus I, that listed those documents of the New Testaments, as well as the Old Testaments, which were to be treated as authentically inspired by God, the Holy Spirit. And then after that, under St. Augustine, who called the Pope the father of all Christians, in Hippo Regius in 393 AD, and in 397 in Carthage, we had all these books that we now call the Bible. Without the Catholic Church, you would not know what was inspired and what was not. So to say we don't preach Jesus, who is contained throughout the New Testament and hidden in the Old Testament, then you would not have
in Galatians
Christianity.
chapter